So look, as we've peeled back the walls of the heritage parts, we've uncovered a series of structural cracks. Now we wouldn't have known that had we not taken off the asbestos, if we were just going to encapsulate. And so what that's identified for us is that we've got some structural issues that we now need to deal with. So absolutely the right thing to do. And look, we now realise that it's a much bigger piece of work than we originally anticipated. It's part of the journey of heritage buildings, unfortunately. And whilst we did tests in a number of places, it certainly didn't reveal the extent of what we've discovered since we've removed the asbestos and paintwork. There's very little holding this wall actually to the original facade. Quite a lot of extensive work needs to happen to reconnect the exterior walls to the interior walls for structural reasons and for safety. So in a seismic event, had we not found this, then there's a very good chance these walls would have broken off in pieces and fallen on people if the facility was open at the time. The orange marks here are actually identifying that the plaster behind the wall has now become drummy, and we have to remove this and repair this. At the same time, you can see some of the structural cracking throughout the exterior facade that is extensive through the whole heritage building now. Right. So here's another example of these cracks in the walls. Now you can see that with this one, where the edges of the walls have actually become quite smooth. And that's where water's been tracking down these walls, probably for decades, that have seen this smoothing of the cracks. That's allowed water egress in behind this wall, and as I mentioned before, the connection behind these walls have corroded away with moisture over the many decades. So we've had to put it in behind this concrete wall here. We've got a whole ducting system to take the hydrogen sulfide away. So when we excavated this, we had some hydrogen sulfide issues here.
We've got the existing plans, which is what the design has primarily been done against, but some of the foundations, they weren't actually where they were supposed to be. So then you've got to try and get in touch with the engineer and redesign everything as you're going. It's interesting, but it's challenging. So we're just coming out of the ground now, so that's when it's been difficult coming out of the ground because of all the challenges we've come across. But once we're out of the ground, then that's when you'll really start things changing.